Hey guys, Kitty Blanc here with my first ever Miraculous Theory video. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been a Miraculous fan since the beginning, but I've never gotten around to actually involving myself with the community slash fandom and content creating. But I've decided to finally make this channel for that specific reason and share my thoughts on everything miraculous. Now, if you've read the title, this is just a theory and completely my opinion on it with my own take and speculation. And you're welcome to let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you agree or disagree or whatever. So this theory has been around for a while now, but it only has just started to get foundational evidence and actually people arguing for it, including myself to be honest, and I'll explain why. And only around season 5 did we actually start getting proof, quote unquote proof about it. And I used to be a really heavy disbeliever just because of how silly and funny it was. But after seeing all of this proof, I'm actually kind of convinced. If you're new to this theory and you really haven't gone deep into it, let me just explain the basic things that people who do agree with this theory, what convinced them. So just to sum up everything, and I didn't find any of these things. Later in the video I'll show what I found and share my own thoughts and stuff. Basically, the theory is that Lila is actually Manon, but grown up and from the future. And I don't know how this theory started revolving, but it's literally just that. So the evidence, first off, is that basically they just have really similar physical characteristics. We're assuming that the Lila that we see in the end of season 5, with the removed wig and removed eye color contacts, we're assuming that this is her true self. And I don't know if this is a stretch to say, but yeah, this is what we're assuming essentially. And they basically have really similar characteristics, the same eye color, the same hair color, and she even kind of looks like her mom, Nadia. So I find that really interesting, and how she had that same kind of pose. I don't know if this is a stretch to say, but I've noticed that as well, and I've also seen videos of people who cover this theory as well point out similarities between Nadia and Lila, and we're gonna keep calling her Lila just for simplicity's sake. Basically that, the physical characteristics, and also the personality traits that they have. So they're very manipulative, controlling, and this is a bit of a stretch to say about this because Manon is just a little kid, and I know this is a lot of people's argument, she's just a little stupid kid, but honestly, I think they made her like that on purpose. And always, Thomas Astruck always says that everything is on purpose. There's no reason why they made Manon so whiny. I think it's fair to say that they've done that for a reason, and maybe the reason being is that she's actually Lila. And just how they lie and manipulate, and even I've seen a video, I think it was Utterly Chloe who pointed this out, that they have the same artistic way of, or the creative, on the creative standpoint, the way that they show how both Lila and Puppeteer manipulate people. I think that's also purposefully done. I've also noticed how Lila acts in the London special. It's very similar to how Manon acts when she doesn't get what she wants. She's throwing a tantrum. I feel in the London special, this is pure Lila. This is her true character, her true form. She's angry. She is very manipulative, cunning. She is looking out for herself. She does not care about anything else. And I want to know her wish so bad. What the hell happened to this little girl, if this theory is true? What happened to this little girl for her to grow up and end up like that? I want to know what happened with her relationship with her mother, why she has these 3 other moms that I guess it's for her cover. And it's just really compelling. And if this theory is true, then just really how is this kind of sweet little girl? Actually, no, I don't believe that she is horrible. If I babysat someone like that little girl, I would probably go insane. I've never seen a little girl act like that, so she's probably is like a sociopath or a psychopath or something. I don't know the correct term. Anyway, so yeah, they just both are very similar personality wise. And to be honest, when I first like was introduced to her character and was getting to know Manon, not Lila, I was like, there's something wrong with this little girl. Like, she has like a mental illness, especially that last part in the Puppeteer episode where she's trying to convince Marinette to give her the, I think it was the ladybug doll, and Marinette said, no, let's go to the zoo and whatever. And she's like,
I have a better idea. Why don't we go to the zoo today? But I want to play with the dolls! Pretty please! Don't even try it, Manon. I love the zoo!
She immediately flips and goes nice again, and she's like, okay, I want to go to the zoo. Like, that kind of gave me chills. Like, I'm like, this is not a normal little girl. There's something wrong with this girl. Like, bruh. Anyway, those are most of the major findings. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure I skipped a few things. In season 3, I think it was, the Time Tagger episode. Yeah, that thing about Chris and Lila, like, whoa. I think, okay, so Chris definitely was sent in the future by, Lila. I'm pretty sure Lila as Hawkmoth, or whatever she's calling herself now, she definitely sent Chris. She akumatized him, sent him back, and I'm pretty sure it was confirmed that Chris was in love with her. And we kind of see moments between Lila, or Manon, and Chris, and it could be someone else. Like, it doesn't have to be Manon, even though we've seen scenes with Chris and Manon, them being like silly and whatever. Maybe it's like stretched, but it's kind of proof, I guess, evidence, we could say. But I also wanted to point something out that I found in the Puppeteer episode, and I haven't seen anyone really touch on this. Thomas Astruc really puts an emphasis on the characters' designs and that it's really purposeful. Just like, as an example, Marinette and Adrien, they're literally just inverted colors. Even the hair, like blue hair, blonde hair, those are inverted. So yeah, and also touching upon the design, a lot of people have pointed this out about Manon's designs. She's wearing this purple jumper with all these different kinds of flowers, and people have pointed out that they are lilac and cerise flowers, and those are her two like undercover names. That got me. Like, I was shook. I was literally shook. Does anyone say that anymore? I don't know. I was shook, and I did not stop until every single person understood how significant that is on a creative perspective. Like, that is foreshadowing to the core. That is foreshadowing. Like, I don't know how anyone can deny it after that. Like, people keep stirring up like these excuses, and most people are against the theory, surprisingly, which, like, I get it, because it was the same with the Sentimonster. I'm seeing a lot of parallels with the Sentimonster theory and this theory. A lot of initial deniers. I'm a believer. Like, I don't care, fight me. I am a believer of this theory. What I was gonna point out from the Puppeteer episode was Manon's akumatized design, so herself as Puppeteer. And I was sort of looking at it like, why is the design so weird? Like, I don't know why, it just was so weird to me. It was the colors. Like, why are the colors so weird? Why did they choose those specific colors for that design? And I was thinking, like, it kind of looks inverted. So I basically took Lila, and the first thing I thought of was Volpina. For some reason, I just thought of her first akumatized form, like Lila's first akumatized form, and then I inverted the colors, and guys, look at it. Guys, just look. Come on. Those are the exact, even down to the eyes. Guys, okay, maybe it is a stretch because it's common colors, I guess. Like, you could really, like, you can invert freaking Alia as Rena Rouge and say like, oh yeah, it's the same thing, but like, come on, why would they choose those specific colors for Manon's design specifically? It can't be a coincidence. Blue and black, and even down to the eyes, like I was saying, and the fact that they both wear jumper suits. But I don't know, this is just like what I found in the episode and what kind of really was eye-catching to me. And I don't know, Just let me know what you guys think, and you guys better be convinced after this, because ain't no way I'm gonna fight anymore with these people. I can't. I know it's a little silly to think of, but think about in a creative perspective how poetic it is. This little girl that Marinette has been babysitting since the first episode, literally the first episode of season 1, ends up being her nemesis. Like, that is poetic as hell, and y'all can't deny it. And yeah, bye.